Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm actually really excited to show you the garden because we've done so much. It's just been, when was it? This past week we had some public holidays and I was also on leave, so I had a lot of time to do some like garden chores. I did a lot of de-weeding, and then this weekend, today's Sunday, I shuffled some plants around because like they were getting a bit congested in certain areas, and I also did some fertilizing. So I'm just going to show you guys up front the fertilizers that I used, so that when I talk about it you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the garden is looking really good. I'm really excited. Found a bit of aphids on the other side. I'll show you, but like I do a spray. What is this? Oh, that's a cocoon. I'll show you guys that. I did a spray. Oh my word. I did a spray of soapy water with peppermint oil for the aphids because like I'm really on my organic gardening tip. So we'll see if that works, which I think it will. And then also I did see some ladybugs in the yard, so we're gonna let them cook as well. But yeah, so let me show you the first. So the first one that we use is, well, all of our slow release is from Talborn Organics. So we use this green one, the Vita Green Lawn and Foliage. We don't really use it for the lawn actually. Personally, because I don't care about grass, I think it would be a waste to use it for the lawn. My partner would say otherwise. But we use this for anything that's not flowering or anything before it actually starts flowering. And then we also have this one. This is the fruit and flower version of it, and like I think we love this brand. I don't think we'll ever use something else. We've used all those other ones, like there's one in a box, there's quite a few you can get from builders, but this one specifically, I don't know, it just works. They also have an orange version which is like for veggie gardens and stuff, which we sometimes use but we don't really need to. I think that one would be really good for like springtime to put in like raised garden beds. And then I have these granulated fertilizers. So I was just like putting these in all the trees. Copper sulfate, magnesium sulfate. You're supposed to dilute it in water, but like I'm just too lazy, so I've put it on top to sort of like slow release into the plants as I water them. Is that a good thing? I'm not sure, but honestly I don't really care. I just want to use it, especially because we're trying to not buy a lot. Like this green fertilizer is the first thing we've bought in a while from builders. And also we got some fish fertilizer. Didn't use that this time around. Finishing off some kelp fertilizer that I had. Can't remember what the brand is, but that's not a slow release. That's more of an instant access fertilizer. And yeah, so that's basically what I used this week. Okay, the trees. So you'll see on this ledge piece here, we've moved all of our tropical trees. We've got our mango, a lychee. As you can see, like the blue and white powder is the copper and the magnesium sulfate. Yeah, we move the tropical trees here during winter because they're shaded by this cloth, so it's a lot easier to handle the frost for them. We've got our, what is this? Strawberry, custard apple. This is a pepino melon, which is actually quite happy. It's these leaves are like new, so that's showing me like it's liking this environment. We've got our custard apple, which has done pretty well. but the leaves are yellowing a bit, so we've put some of the green fertilizer in these trees. In all of these, actually, put some green fertilizer. Usually for tropical trees, just to protect them from the frost, you don't want to fertilize them in the autumn winter time because you don't want to encourage any growth. But we know from last year this area really protects them, and we were able to actually get flowers and stuff. Here we have this mango. This is these are 3 different varieties on one tree. So the Tommy Atkins part is active, and then these are avocados. This is an early fruit. I don't know, it's like it starts with an F. And then these are just seeds from avos that I really liked, so I wanted to grow them. And then here, this is our soursop tree, and you can see like it wasn't really happy. I'm probably gonna go through and cut off these brown leaves. I'm just giving it some time, but since it's been up on the ledge, you see it's starting to grow leaves on multiple branches, so it looks happy and I'm happy. So it's like, you know, that's all I really care about. We've got some roses here, and then our peppers, which we are overwintering. And they seem happy. I mean, they're also shooting out some leaves. I took the time to just cut off all of the fruits on them, just so that, you know, they can, I don't know, like not really focus on that. And it seems like they're happy and they're liking that. Now over to the garden beds. Here, this is where I put the kelp fertilizer. I did quite a bit of cleanup. Here you'll see I like cut off a lot of these marigolds, which were like stationed over here. Yeah, I just wanted to do like a big cleanup before pouring over the kelp fertilizer, so that's what I did. This is our second flush of the climber beans, or the climber peas, the ones where you can eat the whole pod. And so that's finally starting to flower, which is great. This is the first flush of them. In the middle over here, I've got seeds that are planted, so that will be the third flush. And probably when I clear this out, because look, the birds. Oh, this is why I cover it with a net. But like on Sundays, I take the nets out, or I, you know, remove the nets, just so that the pollinators can come in. They can sort of like, you know, interact with the garden a bit, just for the day. But like at the end of the day, I'm putting it back. But I was saying, after I finish these, I'm gonna pull them out and then probably do another succession of peas. These are really good. We normally eat this straight from the yard, but at the beginning of this week I harvested some and like cooked it in, it was like sort of like the way that you cook green beans, with some garlic, olive oil, just fry them quickly. It was so good. So I'm sort of like trying to build up some more so that we can do that again maybe at the end of this week. And then I have some transplants here. These are Swiss chard transplants, which I took from, I'll show you where I took them from, but quite a few. They were like congregated where I seeded them, so I transplanted them through, and then now I water them in with that kelp mixture. So I think they're gonna have like a really good start to life. This is some Napa cabbage. I haven't been successful in Napa cabbage before because it always brings spider mites. But the fact that I have the nets now, it's actually doing really well. So hopefully I'll be able to actually harvest this for the first time. This is the biggest one. And then we've got 2 more over there. And then this is the second garden bed. Here I transplanted some leeks, which were like all congregated, so now I've just like separated them out so that they can bulk up. These are some tatsoi that I transplanted from the corner of this bed. I'll show you where everything that I've transplanted is like sort of like from the top part of that bed. Here's some more leeks, and you can see like it's an onion, but it's like a flat leaf, so you could confuse it as grass, but this is how I know that this is a leek and not an actual onion. And then under here, this is where I got my transplants. So this is like the Swiss chard. I took like a pile from here, a pile from here. The rest I will let them grow a bit more and then transplant them somewhere else. Also have some spinach here, which is doing really well, which I also transplanted. I'll show you guys where I put those. But yeah, like I think this was like a really good bed to start seeds, just because there's a lot of manure in here, and they seem to love it. And then this section here I used to have, I think, let me see, like 3 more other tatsois over here, which I transplanted out, so now these ones can just grow bigger. And then I may put some fennel over here, I'm not sure yet. Here we've got more fennel plants. These were my originals that I transplanted from a little garden bed, or like a potted plant that I started, and they're doing so well. I'm so excited. I don't know, I didn't expect them to, just because, or at least I didn't expect them to thrive. I didn't expect other things to thrive around them, because apparently they release some sort of thing that makes other plants not want to grow around it. But it seems like that's not a problem, because like we've got a radish here that's ready to harvest, another one is coming up. So I put some more fennel seeds, and I've transplanted some out. Here's some of them. I think I took probably 10 different fennels that I've transplanted out so that they can get really nice and big. Here's some more over here and over here. So it's like, I think because today I was like, you know, being more efficient, it was really nice that I could like water these with some vitamins. And then on this side, this is the section where I had the marigolds. Grass is forever an issue here, and weeds. But yeah, I just wanted to reset them. Don't know if they'll come back, but the roots are intact, so I'm hopeful. Even if they don't, Loki, I'd be happy, because then that means I have this whole patch over here and I can put something here. Maybe some more tatsois. Yeah, probably more tatsois. And then we've got our lettuces, which are doing really well. Like, I'm so happy. You know what this lettuce is? So I've been looking for a type of lettuce that resembles the crunchita lettuce from Woolworths, and I think I found it. Like, legitimately, because I love making bunless burgers, and I think I found it, so I'm so excited. There's another tatsoi that I transplanted from that section I showed you, and here's another one. So that section actually had four different tatsois that I took out of it just to make room. And then this section over here, I just seeded some like a salad mix, so when these peas are done, they'll have the space to thrive. Probably also gonna have to transplant these ones out. So I'm just waiting for like the radishes all over the place to clear out. I also have some radishes here. There's a big pile. There's a big pile. So when we harvest those, that will make some space for the salad leaves here. Remember I showed you guys the spinach plants where I germinated them. This is where I transplanted them because there's some bigger spinach plants here already. So we're just going to make this like a really nice lush spinach patch. And everywhere around you can see there's like carrots coming up, which is nice. Which is really nice because I think having a carrot dedicated space really tests my patience. So if I can have other things growing here, and then, you know, when the time is right, I can just like harvest a carrot when needed, that would be great. And then this section over here, so this is like the herb section of the bed. I had like a huge thing of rocket over here, which I cut down just because like it was a lot. It was shading a lot of things, and I wasn't eating it fast enough. I'll show you where I put those leaves, because they didn't go to waste, even though we're not going to eat them. But I just thought it was really important to cut it down. Also, I did find a ladybug in here, like crawling around after I'd cut it down, so I think it was a good thing. There must have been like aphids or something in there. But you can see here, look, I planted chives and they were they like not happy at all. I think I might even just like snip these a little to give them a little reset. But yeah, I just want to give them the space to recuperate. We've got some coriander, got some parsley, we've got some dill, and I also seeded some at the back there. So this patch, this is the lemon verbena. Can't really eat those right now because, or I can't make tea out of them because I'm pregnant, but when the time is right, or maybe I'll just like try them in the meantime. But I seeded some herb seeds here, so I did some more dill there, some more coriander there, some more parsley behind the stuff that's already growing, and then some sage in this area. And then also with this batch of peas, so the second flush is coming out, and they also starting to flower now, so that's great. And also you can see like these are a lot more spent, kind of turning yellow, so when I pull those out I'll probably seed some more. And these are the green feasts, so everything in these garden beds, all those peas there are green feasts. The biggest chore that I need to do now, especially for this one, is to put in the ropes so that they can just grow, because especially now, like I've put the kelp fertilizer, so they're gonna shoot and they need support. Here we've got tomatoes. I don't know what variety this is, but it's still pushing. I thought it was an oxheart, but I'm not sure. I mean, look at it. It kind of looks hearty. This area over here, I'm a little sad about. This is where I seeded my parsnips, and like I just got impatient, so I reseeded them again at the beginning of this week. So hopefully something happens. This white powder is bone meal, so I'm really hoping that that helps. And we've got like some cherry tomatoes. I got these seeds from Living Seeds. I can't remember the variety, but this is what they look like at their peak. So good. This is the first tomato that I've been eating like as a garden snack, so I'm really happy about it. I'm gonna just let it go for as long as it wants to go. If it can survive winter, and carry on, then be cooking for a while. And then over here we've got our brassicas. Here I put the green fertilizer, so those little granules you see, that's the slow release. The red cabbages are looking really good, and this area also doesn't have any pest pressure, I think because of the net that it's usually under. But I think I do want to do like that peppermint spray thing for them just before I cover everything up again. I don't what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. But oh yeah, I don't. So when it comes to these in-ground beds, I don't like putting the liquid fertilizer. I'd prefer to put like a slow release. So that's sort of like the theme everywhere in the yard. If there's fertilizer there, it's the slow release version, and it's not the liquid version I save for the raised garden beds. And then also with the trees, look at this, also with the trees, I put slow release fertilizer just so that it doesn't run through, because they need it for a while. In this section over here, I cleared the weeds. This was like this week's task, or this week's major project. I cleared all the weeds yesterday, and I transferred all these onions. These onions are from that section over there where the hoops were. But that area, I don't know, it's like it's a difficult area to grow. So I thought, let me rather just take this time to rehab that section and put the onions where they have the best chance to thrive. And then I also put, so this fertilizer is berry fertilizer from Just Berry Plants. So I put this everywhere I saw fit, essentially, for my cherry tree, my gooseberries, elderberry, the aronia berries, the black, can you see it there, the black raspberries, these blackberries. What else? Oh, I put some in these, what are they called again? Sea buckthorns. I don't know if this plant is dead, but we on a rehab train with it, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, also for the strawberries I put some, and then for the blueberries, I'm not sure if I showed you guys this before, but I had to repot the blueberries. There used to be like a big like grow bag thing here where I had the blueberries, but it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do. And already, like almost a week in from repotting, it just seems like this plant is just so much happier. We're already getting like blueberries. This is the early fruiting version. This is the mid-season fruiting version. And it's cooking. It really is. So that's really good. And then over here, I just essentially, I took all the garlic that I had in my kitchen and I planted it here, and they're already starting to come out. I remember I did this on Youth Day, so they're already starting to come out. As you can see, there's a lot there. I don't know what's going on there. We'll see. So that's exciting. Really happy. Also, this whole section here, I did slow release fertilizer, so that's good. Planted out some little brassicas, which are they're hanging in there. That's a brinjal. So we'll see. If it lasts winter, then that's really cool. I'll have a really good head start. Some more brassicas there and at the back. And they seem to be happy. So we're gonna continue. Now I just want to take you guys to the back side. The garden on this side of the yard is, I wouldn't say it's neglected, but I leave it alone more often just because it is covered. But when I uncovered it today for it to, interact with the garden, there were quite a few plants. So I sprayed that in the morning before I came to work on everything. Still need to de-weed some sections here. I topped off this scarlet kale, but it's coming back really nicely, which is cool. You can see like the leaves that are curled, that's where the aphids were, but I did spray them. So we'll see how that goes. And then these plants in particular, so where these two plants are, there used to be there was 2 plants coming out of here, 3 plants coming out of here. So I spread them out. I still need to put some slow release fertilizer here, but yeah, I think I'm happy with this section. This is cabbages and cauliflowers. I think those longer leaves I think are cauliflowers, the rounder leaves are cabbages. So I need to just put the slow release and then water these in, and then I'll cover it up. Then we have the lemon tree, which is doing unbelievably well. We already have some ripes. I've already picked 2 lemons from here. There's so many lemons, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But this is the abundance that we have been working towards. And it just, I think from what I've seen, it flowers year round. And I was asking ChatGPT about citrus and their fruiting patterns, and it turns out that these sour fruits, or the sour citrus, generally take a shorter time, or generally you could say that they fruit more frequently, only because they don't have to take the time to sweeten up. So your limes, your lemons, you can harvest throughout the year and they just continuously flower. Here I've got some sage. I've been contemplating transplanting these. I'm not sure. I don't think I've even harvested from here. And you see it's getting leggy, which is sort of what you don't want. But it's still pushing leaves. You can see there's still baby leaves coming out. Here's some green feast peas. Oh, and here's a climber, which I like. I anchored it on this granadilla. There's some green feasts and some chard that I harvested a week or so ago, and it's growing back really nicely. So now I think what's left for me to do is to water in this section of the yard. I need to cover everything back up. I don't want to water the rest of the garden. I watered it yesterday, and with winter I'm just really trying hard to be more water conscious, and you don't really need to water the garden that much. I want to just do it twice a week, rather than, I don't want to have a day where I'm watering it 2 times a day, or I don't want 2 days of watering consecutive with each other. I think that's just gonna do the plants more bad than good. And also I know I'm going to be working from home in the middle of the week, so that would be like the perfect time anyway for me to water the plants again. So I think with the garden beds where I transplanted stuff, the fertilizer that I put down should be sufficient for now. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, please give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.